What's going on, everybody? It's AquaLeaderJesse back again with another death battle reaction today. We got another one from Mashed Potatoes in Shower, who recommended it on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AquaLeaderJesse, where all my videos are recorded first. I was just talking to him before pulling this one up, which is Goro versus Machamp. Yeah, Mortal Kombat versus Pokemon here. I was talking about how I've seen a lot of the really old ones. Your Mario versus Sonic and your Harry Potter versus Luke Skywalker. You mentioned Goku versus Superman 1. Yes, I even saw the second one. I wasn't actively watching Death Battle then, but I heard that they did a second one, and I went and watched it then. Um, yeah, that was the last one I watched, actually, before you showed me. And I had stopped watching Death Battle quite a while before that, I think. But Goro versus Machamp, let's do it.
Thanks to Miller Lite for sponsoring this episode of Death Battle.
As the original light beer, Miller Lite has always been there to bring you a good reason.
Time to roll a cold pack of Miller.
Miller delivery
Calorie.
Oh, Rooster Teeth. They were in with Rooster Teeth for a while, huh?
Bruce Lee once said, "I don't believe in different ways of fighting. We all have two arms and two legs, so that is why I believe there should be only one way of fighting."
Well, that's not the case in this video, is it? Needless to say, everybody who knows me knows I'm going to be rooting for Machamp here. But I just hope to have a really entertaining battle more than anything.
Clearly, he never met these four-armed fighters with four forearms.
Yeah, and then Warner Bros. Shut down Rooster Teeth and they went solo. Oh yeah, Rooster Teeth did get shut down, didn't it? I kind of forgot about that.
Goro, the half-dragon prince of Mortal Kombat.
And Machamp, the fighting-type Pokemon from the Kanto region. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Mortal Kombat! A fighting tournament as killer as its iconic theme song. With a reputation like that, you better believe the first boss in the game would be a champion who's won 9 times in a row. He won't just kick your ass, he'll rip your arms off too.
This is Goro, prince of the Shokan people and one of their strongest warriors. He's 8 feet 2 inches tall, weighs 550 pounds, and clocks in at
Still the stack of
2,000
games
years
over,
old,
but
with no signs of slowing
glad I just
down.
happen to have
He's
these near
been
me.
through a hell of a lot during his run, but here are the highlights. He fought in a civil war, crushed some 500
Yeah,
blood
what did
during
those say?
his run.
Height 8'2". Damn, he is tall. I guess yeah, that does make sense. 240 centimeters, weight 550 pounds, 249 kilograms. Age over 2,000 years old. Species Shokan. Home realm Outworld. Fighting styles Shokan. Batan. Just a King Gorbak. 500-year Mortal Kombat champion. I will say that I'm not as much of a diehard Mortal Kombat fan as it probably seems from me having these. I'm a very casual fan. I suck at Mortal Kombat. It's part of the reason why I'm casual with it. I do enjoy it. I'm just not very good at it, so I don't play it that much. But I did enjoy me some Shaolin Monks when I was younger too. I guess not everybody loves that game, but I did when I was a kid.
But here are the highlights. He
Suck
fought
at
in a
Mortal
civil
Kombat also. At least I'm not alone. My brother's really good at it, so I was always embarrassed that he beat the shit out of me.
war, crushed some $500 sunglasses, and oh yeah, he's a half-humanoid, half-dragon person? Who would be stupid enough to fight a half-dragon with 4 arms?
Not many. Most of the Mortal Kombat roster refuses to fight Goro because they're terrified of losing to him and getting torn in two.
After living for as long as he has,
Yeah, I don't think it's losing they're scared of, it's dying they're scared of.
you better believe he's picked up some skills. He's got 500 years of
A
experience.
2,000-year-old half-human dragon, Goro remains undefeated for the past 500 years. He won the title of Grand Champion by defeating Kung Lao, a Shaolin fighting monk. It was during this period that the tournament fell into Shang Tsung's hands and was corrupted.
In Mortal Kombat tournaments and has mastered a ton of different fighting styles.
Wait, that's how Melina is spelled? I had no idea it was spelled that way. I knew her name was Melina, but I thought it was Melina.
He's obviously familiar with the
Chest Pound, Dragon Breath, Fireball, Goro Grab, Leaping Stomp, Shokan Bolt, Spinning Fist, Tremor Pound, and has the fatalities Disconnect 4, Dragon Fangs, and Shokan Amputation.
Shokan style,
I love Disconnect 4. That's a great name.
which uses his extra appendages to lethal effect. He's also a master of an adapted version of the Kuotan style, which is much more elaborate and relies on the strengths of a more traditional humanoid body.
Like kicks and stuff.
Right.
On top of that, Goro's got a ton of fun tricks up his 4 sleeves, like fireballs, dragon breath, high-flying stomps, quadruple grabs, and his favorite, crushing skulls. But if those don't work, he's got bladed weapons called dragon fangs. They're like Shredder's claws, but there's 4 of them, 1 for each hand. Oh my god.
Are you okay, Boomstick?
Well, is it weird that Goro kinda reminds me of the guy that my ex-wife ran off with?
What, because he's so buff?
Yeah, but mostly the 4 arms. I mean, how am I supposed to keep up with that? He's got 2 more hands than me.
Huh. Sorry. Anyway, with all those tournament titles,
Okay.
it's pretty clear Goro stands above most other Mortal Kombat combatants, with a K. Characters like
Of
Cabal,
course.
Johnny Cage, or even Kotal Khan, who once destroyed this ship, which is clearly inspired by Spanish conquistadors. Based on historical references to similar ships, the power needed to destroy one like this would require over 3 billion joules of energy.
We also saw Raiden destroy
Okay.
this temple with almost 270 tons of TNT, which is a lot.
Johnny Cage
On
versus
top of
Captain
that,
Falcon?
The ball can move fast enough to parry machine gun fire. To pull that off, you'd have to be moving almost 3 times as fast as sound.
Goro's not the only impressive Shokan. The tiger-striped Kintaro survived this massive explosion. Using the average height for a Shokan and comparing it to the blast radius, we can posit that this
While Goro and Kintaro have not fought in the games, Goro is considered his better, hence his championship title. While not canon, he did defeat Kintaro in the Malibu comics.
explosion yielded a force equivalent to over 25 tons of TNT.
The Shogun are a tough people, that's for sure, and super proud. After a disappointing loss to the Shaolin monk Liu Kang, Goro was unable to secure a 10th MK title in a row. And while it seriously hurt his warrior pride, he didn't stop beating the shit out of people.
Not only did he eventually
Considered the strongest Shokan, won battles without even without any arms, remained champion for over 500 years, overpowered combatants who broke Diamond, crushed a car and $500 sunglasses, defeated Kenshi, Kotal Kets, Kentaro, and Great Lung Cow. I don't know, I probably butchered this name, but
try to win that title again, but he also fought in multiple wars, including one with the similarly powerful Centurions.
But he never stayed in one place for too long, like when he pissed off Kotal Khan and got his arms ripped off.
But even without his primary weapons at his side, Goro would not give up. He even managed to defeat
to be clear, Goro captured Kenshi off panel. While it is possible there's more to Kenshi's defeat, it is unlikely given Goro's personality and goals. The strongest implication is that he defeated Kenshi in one-on-one.
the ninja Kenshi.
Without any freaking arms! God damn! Also, a limbless guy versus a blind guy? Throw Professor X in there and you have yourself the ultimate, and definitely most offensive, crippled threat match. Oh boy, I've got one leg!
With or without his many titles, Goro always has the make of a champion. His determination and will to fight is only matched by his strength, power, and, frankly, bloodlust. Even with his failures, he truly is the greatest of the Shokan.
I will give you a warrior's name. Round 1. Fight!
The superpower Pokemon, Machamp, is a fighting type that originated in the Kanto region. They begin their lives as the youthful Machamp, which train tirelessly to learn and eventually master
That's just like the emotional backstory music.
every form of martial arts.
It's a lethal combo of adorable and kick-ass. And they're jacked.
The Machamp possesses muscles more dense than humans that allow them to train for long periods of time without fatigue. Eventually, the young Machamp will reach a new level, leaving behind the days of its youth and evolving into a Machoke.
The Machoke is strong enough to lift dump trucks with ease, and once he's moved on from the teenage days of angst and rebellion, Machoke evolves into the rock spirit Pokemon, Machamp. This four-armed fighter stands 5 feet tall and weighs an average of 280 pounds.
I always imagine him way taller than 5'3".
Even after realizing its final evolution, most Machamps continue to train and pursue peak levels of physical fitness.
When they're not firing
That
off
me?
sets at the gym, they're most likely helping humans as movers, construction workers, and bodyguards. Or, they're just beating other Pokemon senseless in the dogfighting ring that is the Pokemon world.
Questionable pet and owner relationships aside, Machamp seems to simply enjoy helping people. whether in the Pokemon arena or in the outside world.
And Machamps are well equipped for both. They have a ton of great moves.
Wide guard, low
like
kick, low
Bulk
sleep,
Up,
knock
which
off, vital throw,
increases
strength,
physical
tool
power,
chop, bulk up,
knock
seismic
off,
toss,
which can
dynamic
knock
punch, chop,
anything off
cross
an
chop, and
opponent's
double
hands.
edge.
And seismic toss. Holy shit! Did he just launch that rat into orbit?
Fighting type Pokemon like Machamp make for fearsome predators against normal, ice, rock, and dark types. Even steel type Pokemon turn brittle under Machamp's brute strength. On the other end of the spectrum, Machamp can fall prey to agile flying Pokemon, cerebral psychic types, and mystical fairies.
Man, Pokemon's f***ing weird.
However, the Machamp can always fall back on their natural abilities, the most common of which is named Guts. Whenever a Machamp is burned, poisoned, or paralyzed, its adrenaline spikes, increasing its physical power.
Including his physical moves, which is like all of them. According to the Pokedex, Machamp can punch 1,000 times in 2 seconds and can move mountains with one hand.
Now, the Pokedex isn't always the most reliable source. However, we have seen proof of Machamp's 1,000 punches in Pokken Tournament. To do this in 2 seconds, Machamp must be punching at speeds faster than sound.
Damn, if having 2 extra arms is like shooting fish in a barrel, then this is like baking perfectly good cookie dough. It's like totally unnecessary.
In order to move a mountain, Machamp would need to exert anywhere from 8 to 30 kilotons of TNT. And pulling off their signature move, Seismic Toss, would require even more energy.
Portrayal of seismic toss varies from game to game, but in multiple games it depicts the target Pokemon being launched into near orbit. This lines up with some Pokedex entries if they are to be believed.
Considering an average weight of 200 kilograms for any given Pokemon, and the speed at which they travel when thrown, a typical Machamp's throwing power would need to be equivalent to over 130 kilotons of TNT.
Machamps can also take a lot of damage. They live and fight together after all.
As we can see, Machops and Machotes in particular are raised in herds of their own kind. It's natural that they would fight all the time, exhausting an insane amount of power on each other. And, according to some people, they look great while doing it. There's even a fan club of people who find themselves unexplainably attracted to them. This is real.
Probably run by my ex-wife. We didn't even make it halfway through the reception. I guess my signature move is signing divorce papers.
The Machamp is so strong, the species have become a
Throw
favorite
victims
amongst
over the
gym
horizon.
leaders, such as Giovanni.
One arm alone
and
can
Bea.
move mountains.
Makes
Has
sense.
mastered every kind
They
of
can
martial
go
arts.
head-to-head
Can
with
launch
a ton of
1,000 punches in
crazy
2
strong
seconds.
pocket
A punch can send a
monsters.
train
The Machamp
flying.
is an extremely
Unleashes
tough Pokemon that
Unleashes
Crazy
Megaton
strong
level
pocket
punches.
monsters.
Defeated Squirtle,
The
Ursa,
Machamp is an
Conkeldurr, and
extremely tough
Magneton.
Pokemon.
With a
I'm sorry,
ton
are
of
we
crazy
flexing that he defeated a Squirtle?
strong pocket monsters.
The Machamp
And also, it's Magneton, not Magneton. But and Ursaring are both weak to it, aren't? Magneton is Steel type, right? Is Steel electric? Make sure I'm not. That's one of those ones where I'm probably wrong, and it's probably just electric. No, it is Steel. It is part Steel. I'm not wrong. I'm right. So of course it can beat a Magneton. Magneton is literally weak to fighting types. Ursaring is weak to fighting types, and the Squirtle is a fucking Squirtle.
is an extremely tough Pokemon that rounds out
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm on Machamp's side here, but like those are not the flexes you think they are.
any roster. After all, they literally live to fight.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, we'll tell you about hymns.
Did you know that, according to science, science
In
requires safety information?
right now. It's time for a death battle.
Alrighty, I'm going Machamp here. Is my prediction. Unless Goro has some psychic moves I'm not aware of.
What? You're no Shokan. Be gone from my lair. Machamp! Disgusting. A pathetic runt like you wastes our dragon blood.
Okay. Oh. On Machamp, you gotta start punching faster. Did he just hit a dab? I think about Mortal Kombat is that they literally start like ripping limbs off. So that's the one thing I think Shao Kahn might have.
Face death like a warrior. Machamp! Stop saying that! You're no champ! I am the champion of Mortal Kombat!
Come on, Machamp. Kid show versus not kid friendly. Exactly. But ooh. This is what I was worried about. Can breathe fire? You got burned. Machamp can outspeed him on punches. Oh! But he's won fights without his arms before. Oh shoot. Machamp, I don't know if he has. Again, Goro can win without his hands. We've seen that already.
KO!
Oh, he forgot
Oh,
to
so
say he's
Machamp won?
blasting off again. Do it over. We gotta get that joke right at least once.
This
All
was
right, well,
certainly a unique
that's
battle to experience.
3 times in a row I got the
Machamp's
winner I
resilience
wanted.
Came in handy. Goro's fighting styles continued to put Machamp to the test again and again. Plus,
Yeah,
Goro's huge.
I was worried he'd like rip Machamp's head off or something.
At 8 feet tall, Goro towers a full 3 feet over the average Machamp. Obviously, not including the
Machamp can only access Dynamax or Gigantamax forms via Dynamax energy, a byproduct of the legendary Dragon Eternatus in the Galar region.
Dynamax and Gigantamax forms found exclusively in the Galar region.
Yeah, imagine if he had that. That's an option.
Also, while Machamp could punch at Mach 1 speeds, Goro could technically match Cabal, who would need to move at nearly Mach 3 to parry machine gun fire.
So, as far as punching speed was concerned,
I don't know,
it looks
weirdest
like
fights they've
Goro
done? Yeah, that was
actually had the
definitely
advantage.
weird.
Except it hardly mattered. Machamp's power output outdid Goro's and then some. Even scaling Goro to Kotal Khan's ship feet and comparing it to the seismic toss, Machamp is almost 170,000 times more powerful.
This Karate Duck Man is on a whole other level. Plus, he had a ton of ways to counter everything Goro threw at him. Knockoff prevented Goro from using weapons, and Guts meant he could take Goro's
yeah.
fire breath and use it for himself.
The Dragon Fangs and Fire Breath hardly would make much of a difference considering how durable the Machamp species is. After all, their primary trait is learning how to fight, so they'd naturally be fighting each other quite frequently.
Ah, the majestic Machamp, roaming the fields of the Kanto region, gently seismic tossing each other into orbit. Just imagine walking past that on your Sunday stroll.
You were right. The Pokemon world is wild.
This grabby match turned bloody brawl was intense and made me realize that we're all strong and beautiful just the way we are. No matter how many arms you have or whose wife you stole.
Good for you. While Goro put up an excellent battle that would have made his people proud, he didn't have enough to overpower the superpower Pokemon.
Unfortunately, this foe was forced to forfeit his 4 fists. Fitting that his final fate would be so freaking gory.
The winner is...
Machamp! Hey, thanks for watching this.
All right. Well, I'm 3 for 3 on the ones I want to winning on the ones you've been sending me. So that's cool. Also, I'm gonna let you know now before I even end off the video. So I've been getting death battle suggestions in my YouTube feed, and I've been intentionally not watching them in case you ever suggest them to me. Because there are a couple that I was very interested to watch, but I would wait until So if you put them in for stream to watch them. Yeah, that was another great one. I like it. With that all being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AquaLeaderJesse, where all my videos are recorded first, but those be uploaded here afterwards. Don't you worry. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.